Welcome to our 5 on 5. We're pleased to be joined by Knute Buehler, candidate for Secretary of State. Knute, great to see you again.
Nice to see you, Greg. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. So you're running for the office of Secretary of State. What are the traditional duties of that office?
Yeah, there's really 4 main duties. You're head of audits, you're head of elections, you're one of 3 people on the state land board, and you're head of the corporation division. And in addition to all those responsibilities, you're also the lieutenant governor of the state of Oregon.
Okay, and I say traditional because you want to do some different things with the office. Tell us a little about what you're looking to do.
Yeah, I think one of the biggest issues certainly facing all Oregonians is our lackluster economy and lack of job creation. And I'd reorganize that corporation division to really make it that partner for business success. And what I hear traveling around the state of Oregon is people's encountering the excessive red tape and rules and regulations that small business owners have to navigate, and I would have that a role in the corporation division of really cutting through that red tape for small business.
How easy is it or hard is it to make those kind of changes and institute that kind of change?
Yeah, there's a great example from the federal level and actually the state of Nebraska, where they have a small business navigator who plays that function, meaning they represent small business owners in any kind of difficulty with state agencies in terms of fees or licensing, and then helps them get through that process. And what I'd like to add to that is also a report card every year for state agencies in terms of how well they're responding to those small business owners and resolving those conflicts. And I think that would go a long ways to really changing this anti-business culture that's developed in the state of Oregon.
All right. Another area you seem to have some interest in is in the PERS system. First, explain to our viewers what PERS is and what you are hoping to fix with that.
Yeah, PERS is an acronym for the Public Employees Pension Plan, and that's becoming a big issue for the state. The state, if it continues on its current path, is just not financially going to be stable. We're going to have continue to see cuts in our services such as teachers and health care benefits, because the contribution, the use of our tax dollars, is going to have to go increasingly to funding the pension plan, which is only 71 to 73% funded, depending on how you count it right now. And between last biennium and this biennium, it took $1.1 billion to fill that gap, and that very likely will accelerate over the next 10 years in making the fiscal situation of the state basically unsustainable. So that's a major financial issue facing the state of Oregon. And since as Secretary of State, you're also the state's chief auditor, that's something that needs to be addressed.
Okay. All right. We're going to continue on that line of questioning in just a moment. Stay with us. Welcome back to our 5 on 5. Again, we're here with Knute Buehler, candidate for Secretary of State. We were talking about the PERS system, and you believe that there's some changes you want to make with that. Could you give us some specifics? Yeah,
this problem really needs to be dealt with. It's like a Category 5 hurricane off the Oregon coast that is starting to hit us with the first winds, and it's just not if it's going to hit, it's just how much damage. So we have to really look carefully at that program. There's some initial things that are quite easy to solve, like there's a conflict of interest in any court decisions with regards to PERS because judges are in PERS, and I think that needs to change. There's some issues with regards to refunding of state taxes that people pay, even if they live in the state of Washington, they get that refund. So there's some easy changes to make. There's some harder changes that we're going to come out with detailed proposals in just the next 2 to 3 weeks, and I'd love to come back and tell you about those.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Now, what other changes are you looking to make to the office or as you move towards this campaign?
Yeah, I really think we also need election reform. I'm really personally growing quite tired of this excessive partisan debate in our political system, and there's some real structural changes you can make to bring people back together in the middle of the political spectrum, and that's something that I would really focus my attention as being head of the election division.
I want to ask you a little bit of background. Sure. We went straight into the issues this time. This is your first time running for public office. Give our viewers a little background on yourself.
That's right. Yeah, I'm an orthopedic surgeon, but I'm also a small business owner. I'm a medical product inventor. I have patents and products that are sold worldwide. I have a master's in politics and economics and was Oregon State's first Rhodes Scholar. And I've been passionate about election reform for nearly 2 decades now. I was involved in a ballot measure in the 90s on campaign finance reform, and then just 4 years ago with regards to the open primary, or that means getting independents more involved in our primary election process.
Yeah. Okay. And if anybody has any questions, wants to look you up, find out where you stand on other issues, where can they find your information?
Our website, Buehler 2012, and then of course on the ever-present Facebook these days at Dr. Knute Buehler.
Knute, great to see you again. Thanks so much for coming in. Appreciate it. Stay with us. We'll be right back.